Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope everyone's doing all right. You know, I want to talk about this right here. It's called accountability. I really want to get into this subject because I really want to see if people are even on the same page. I had a conversation with someone. This individual is someone I know. And, me and this person, we had a conversation about what this person was going through. It's a good friend of mine. Me and me and this guy were talking. We were talking about his situation and what he was going through and stuff like this. And I'm not going to mention his name. There's no need to do that. You know, but I am going to talk about a little bit on this topic here, and I hope I have everyone's undivided attention. I will be bringing out a lot of more new videos on this channel. I've been away for a while. I'm going to be focusing more on the channel. I know I've left it dry for about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks, due to the fact that I'm running around doing what I'm doing. And what he told me made me very upset. And I just looked at him and I said, "Well, you know what you got to do, right?" And he said, "Absolutely." See, there's something called accountability, responsibility, and it's just like, to me, it's like people don't really grasp what that means. When you have a responsibility as an individual, it is your job to make sure that the situation is dealt with accordingly. Okay? Simple logic. Okay? And when you know what your responsibility is and you neglect your responsibility, it can cause serious problems. Especially when you have another individual who's as blatantly stupid as the other individual and will allow the other individual to disregard responsibility and accountability for their own actions. Let me explain a little bit of what was going on. And you guys can tell me what you guys think in the comment section and whatnot or whatever. It's much appreciated. You know, tell you this little story here. So, my friend, he told me about what he was going through in his home. About how, you know, his father is not really doing much. You know, he's not really trying to pay the bills on time and stuff like this, and he's not going out to do much. He's a grown man. He was doing what he was supposed to do before, but for some reason, he's making up all kinds of excuses and doesn't want to handle his business as a man. And that's extreme. That's extremely bad. So, I asked my friend, okay, why isn't your father doing what he's supposed to be doing? He's saying, he doesn't want to do what he's supposed to do as a man. He just, he wants to start arguments, act a fool, you know, create stress in the house, make the house, a toxic environment for people. Hell, I even argued with him myself one time, because he wanted to act foolish and I had to put him in his place, you know, and it's just like, dude, why are you behaving like this? It's not necessary. But he wants to get all emotional and start acting foolish. And I'm just looking at him and I'm just like, like, you could be doing something constructive right now, like reading a book or going outside to go take a walk, rather than arguing with me over petty shit because you're angry about your situation and you want someone to yell at for no apparent reason. And even my friend is shaking his head, and even his cousin was shaking his head. So I asked my friend, okay, if your father is doing this nonsense, who's paying the bills? What about the mother? Well, what is she doing? Well, this is his response. He tells me that his mother has been a stay-at-home mom for literally approximately over 2 decades, over 20 years, possibly even 30 years actually. Actually, yeah, I think about 30 years, approximately, or possibly more. Yeah, 20 to 30 years or approximately more that she's been a stay-at-home mom and has had every opportunity to find a job and get a job to hold it down inside the household. These are mind you, this is two adults that are not taking accountability and responsibility for their own household. They're not holding down what they're supposed to be holding down, and they're relying on their son to pay all the bills in the household. And they're constantly hounding this young man for money and all this other stuff. And if he even so much as buys anything and puts it in the house, they'll use it without confirming with him first if they're allowed to use whatever it is that he bought. They won't even come to him first. He has to actually start putting labels on shit, and they still won't understand. They literally want him to pay all the bills, for the most part, the rent and everything else. And he had to get in a heated confrontation with them and had to really put them in their freaking place. The mother, she's going to continue doing what she's been doing, leeching off her husband while she's been doing that for a very long period of time. But she's going to continue to do this because I don't know if it's that she doesn't know any other way to live, or because she's a goddamn leech, okay, and she doesn't want to have accountability and responsibility for being an adult, for being a grown-up and finding a stable job. She doesn't want to do that. Instead, she wants to live off of him, her husband, and live off of her son. And she doesn't want to get her shit together. These are serious mental issues, clearly, because you're adults and are acting like children. You're very neglectful individuals. And this man won't get his shit together. He won't even find a job. So now the son has to hold it down inside the household. He's chomping at the bit. They're literally about to lose their home. Now let's get to his brother. His brother has learned this bullshit from his mother and his father. So now his younger brother is not leaving the home. He's not finding a job. Extremely neglectful like his parents. And he's not doing anything to contribute to the household, but wants to get into a physical argument and get into a fist fight with his older brother. And his older brother had to kick his ass for him to learn his place. Do you see now why I made this video? Accountability, ladies and gentlemen. Accountability, responsibility is something that I see a lot of people are lacking out here. And it's not just this situation. I've seen other situations out here. People don't want to be accountable for their actions out here. I've been seeing this shit going on for about 18 weeks. 18 weeks of me seeing this type of behavior with a lot of people that's out here. A lot of people. Good people, bad people, all kinds of people, all kinds of walks of life. And what I have to say is this. If you're not going to be responsible for your own actions as an individual, as a grown-up, as an adult, then god damn it, you don't deserve to be walking around other adults that are holding down what they're supposed to be. And also, not only that, you have no right, because this is what the mother and the father are doing. They're hounding their son for money. But yet they have the opportunity to find jobs. They know people that can help them with their situation. They simply don't want to get up off their ass and do anything. But they want to keep hounding their son for money. Let me explain something. If you're not putting it, because I've seen another situation with another dude, that his father is the only one that's working and the mother doesn't want to do anything, but she wants to keep hounding her son for money. Let me explain something to you. If you're not putting in on something, you don't have any right to even bring up the subject or to act like as if you have any stakes in this shit. Let me explain. Let's say I got 5 friends and we see, let's find okay, I got 5 friends and we're going to a restaurant, and there's 5 seats and in the table, and we're all putting in money to be able to put in a reservation to be able to go to the restaurant and be able to eat good and chill and relax. If only 4 of us put in money into this reservation, and the fifth friend didn't want to put anything in, he didn't contribute anything, he does not have the right to even show up. He didn't put in on this, man. So why is he here? This is the problem that I have with people. If you didn't put in on this, why do you think that you have the right to even bring it up? Why are you showing up? Why are you acting like you have the eligibility to even be there? Why are you acting like you put in when you don't? Why are you showing up? Everybody put in. Now, if it would be different if you wanted to hold down a friend. But nobody held nobody down. They put the money on the table, and he failed to do so. So why does he get to have some of the fun? He didn't put in anything. He didn't put in that. He didn't put nothing in. He didn't put anything in. This is the same problem that I'm having with this situation my friend telling me about. His mother want to keep on coming to him, asking him for money, and talking to him about all kind of money situations. Oh, we're about to be late on the rent and all this other shit. Why do you feel that you have the right to even come to him with this shit when for 30-something years you have not contributed to that household money-wise? You have not contributed. So why do you feel that you have the right to even come to him with this shit? Let him talk to his father, because his father's the only one working. Okay? They need to solve this shit together. You have to sit this shit out because you're not contributing to the cause. You're not contributing. It's ridiculous that you feel that you can even come to him with this shit. Now, the other situation with my friend, that both of them are not working. If both of you are adults, right? And neither one of you are contributing, neither one of you have the right to ask your son no less, your son for money. You don't have that right. He might try to help out here and there, but ultimately it is not your son's job to pay the rent. It's not. It's not. It is not his job to hold down the fort when the fort doesn't even necessarily belong to him. It belongs to his parents. And not only that, if he's trying to hold down the fort, why aren't you helping him? Neither one of you is helping him. You're both going to be held accountable for your actions when you get evicted. This is stupidity at its finest. This is mental retardation 101. If you didn't put in on this, you don't have the right to even speak about the matter. Don't think that you can come to the front of the table and start asking questions. You didn't put nothing in. Oh, but it's his mom and it's his dad, and he gotta love them and respect. Love has nothing to do with it. Respect and accountability is what this has to do with. Don't let family and friends fool you. You have a lot of leeches out here. Leeches, yes, moochers, leeches, people that want to latch on to you and live off of you for the rest of your life. You have people like that. Your stay-at-home moms, a lot of them are like that. Not all of them. Some of them may be staying home because they have a child and they just gave birth. You have many different scenarios out here. But what I'm saying is that you even have some stay-at-home dads too, apparently. Look at that. People that want to stay home and not do shit, but want to complain when it's time for rent. Want to complain when they need to get something. They don't got no money in their pocket, but they won't go out and work. They want to make all kind of fucking excuses for why they don't want to do what the fuck they want to do. But they want to run to their son for money. Do you know how pathetic that looks as a parent? You are literally showing the next generation to why. See, this is what I'm saying. Now this kid, this young man that I'm friends with, his brother is learning this behavior from his parents. And he won't leave that house at all. He literally doesn't even know how to walk the streets by himself. And this kid is like, what, 18, 20 years old already? And he can't even leave the house. And anytime you talk to him, he's like bipolar or some shit. He want to attack you. He want to get mad at shit. You can't even have an intellectual conversation with this young man because he wasn't taught right. He didn't grow up right. He can't even leave the house by himself. And he refuses to find a job every time he's told to. He knows what people are saying to him. He's not mentally retarded. He knows what he's doing. But he simply will not do it because he is learning from his father. And first of all, he learned from his mother because she hasn't worked in 30-something years or more. Do you guys see how this, do you see why I'm making this video? Accountability, ladies and gentlemen. Accountability. People need to start learning responsibility out here. If you didn't put in, why you think you're going to get out? I don't understand. You need to put in the work. Don't come to me with this shit, because you have these females that's out here that'll get all emotional and be like, oh, well, I had him as a baby and I took care of him then. That's what you're supposed to do. That's an obligation. When you let me teach you something. When you have a child, you are obligated. It's not about love no more. You could give the child love, but that's besides the point. It's about an obligation. You have an obligation to take care of that child. You brought that life into this world. That life didn't ask to be brought here. You brought them here. They are your responsibility. You need to take accountability. Do you understand? People want to confuse shit, love, and all this emotional shit. Let's deal with the matter. You are adults that are not taking care of your own situation, and other people are suffering for it. When I see shit like this, it lets me know what kind of people I'm dealing with. It lets me know what kind of people my friend is dealing with. It lets me know what kind of scenario he's going through in his life. And this is why, one time I loaned him money. And I couldn't get the money back from him right away. And I see that he's struggling to pay it back, but he is gradually paying it back. But, he's not paying me in large quantities. He's not. $25, maybe $16 here, whatever the case may be. He's not paying me in large quantities. I would like maybe $40. Believe me, it's a lot of money I gave him. Because I'm cool like that. People know me on this channel. A lot of people know about me and how cool I am. If I see you in trouble, I'm going to try to extend a hand and try to save your ass, because I'm a cool dude like that. I may not have it on me at the moment, but hey, I try. I try to sacrifice for others, because I know, if I was in their position, if I was in their shoes, I would like someone to come and break their back for me. You understand what I'm saying? I think about others too. You know what I'm saying? I don't always think about myself all the damn time, because when you do that, it's not good all the time. But what I'm saying is that my friend is going through some serious shit right now. He's going through some serious shit because his parents they don't want to be held accountable for their actions. They don't want to do what the hell they're supposed to do. They don't. And I'm even starting to ask question, how are y'all even holding up the rent? He said he don't know. So they must be months behind on rent. So they're going to get evicted eventually. It's just sad that shit like this has to happen. And people will come in your damn face and tell you that family and blood is thicker than water and all this bullshit, and we all family, we all love each other and all this other bullshit. Let me tell you something. I don't care if they tell you they're your best friend. I don't care if they tell you we blood brothers or we family. What matters is people's actions. People could talk all fucking day. That's not what I'm concerned about. People are not what they say. They are what they do. Okay? People are not what they say they're gonna do. People are literally what they do. Now, I'm not saying that if you did bad stuff in the past, that's who you're gonna stay forever. No. People change. People evolve. People learn. People grow. People don't just stay the same. They don't stay stagnant. But you got people in this world that don't want to take accountability for nothing, want to stay stagnant for the rest of their life. They want to stay stagnant. They don't want to learn. They don't want to learn. And this is why stupid shit like this keeps on happening. They do not want to take accountability for their actions. And then they wonder why their kids start shouting them out and cursing them out and wanting to get into arguments with them and literally going crazy and shit. They wonder why this type of shit start happening. And then their own child don't even have no respect for them no more. This because you didn't take responsibility as a parent. You didn't do it. You didn't do your job as a parent. But then you wonder why your kid has such a different mentality than you. Because that child grew himself up. You didn't raise him. You provided food for the time frame and provided shelter over his head, but you never raised him. He raised himself in them streets. He raised himself when he was going to school. He learned how to become a man through his own free volition, through his own mentality. Or her, she learned how to become a little woman through her own mindset. She learned on her own. And that's one of the most dangerous things in the world for children, learning on their own, because if they're not too bright and they don't have a good role model, they could turn out bad in the future. Jesus Christ. Accountability and responsibility, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry, I will be making other videos on this channel, very interesting videos soon. But yo, you know, shit like this really makes me upset because, you know, people just don't want to take responsibility for their actions. I'm just seeing it more and more now. Like, you know, it's crazy to me, man. If you're an adult, act like it, okay? Own up to the shit that you do. And move past it, become better, and move on. But don't sit there for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years on the same bullshit and then think you can ask other people for some shit when you ain't even doing it for yourself, period. You ain't even providing nothing. You ain't even putting in, but then you want to come after your son and start hounding him for money, and then when he tell you he ain't got it, or you a bad son, or you don't want to help us out, you want to guilt trip him now. Make him feel bad and shit because he can't hold it down because he got fired from his job just recently. So now he got fired now. So who's gonna hold it down? The younger son that can't even leave the house? You see, this is where accountability comes in. Very soon they're gonna get evicted now. Stupid, ignorant shit like this, man, piss me off when I see shit like this. And then his mom wanna start bitching, complaining, and talking all this shit. He had to put her in her goddamn place. No, she wanna live off this man, live off her son. You don't do shit like that. It's either you put in or you get the fuck out. Because you ain't putting in. You ain't putting in nothing. But you want to talk to your son about that. That's so hypocritical, man. You won't put in, but you want to think that you can even have a conversation about your son putting in, and you want to stop him and sit him down and talk to him about where his money is and when you won't pay this rent and all this. But yet you ain't putting shit for 30-something odd years. But you 30-something fucking odd years. But you want to ask your son when he's putting in something? This woman's fucking crazy, man. This woman's fucking crazy out of her damn mind. She belonged damn near in a straitjacket. What are you, nuts? That is some freaking selfish ass shit right there, man. And then when he put her in her place, she want to get all emotional and start yelling at him. What are you yelling at him for? It's your fault that they're in this predicament. If you're both adults, why is it that you're not doing your job as an adult to hold shit down? Now everything's literally crumbling and the floor is about to be the last thing to give way. Y'all won't fall down the hole. All because you just wanna do what the fuck you wanna do and you don't wanna hold down responsibility the way you're supposed to. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Jesus fucking Christ. You know, I've even had some certain people in my family to do stupid shit like this. So the point of this video, people, is that make sure living in this life or next life, or you know, when this world over, whatever the fuck case may be, remember that when you know that you're supposed to be doing something, you better get on top of that shit. Because if you don't, and you allow that shit to linger for long periods of time, you might not ever get that opportunity again. And you might really end up fucked up in some shit. This is where you get your homeless people from. Yeah, so a lot of them do drugs and end up like that, but a lot of them were normal fucking people that ended up getting evicted and shit like that. And then they become homeless. You see where I'm going with this? Nobody said that being an adult was going to be easy. But all I'm asking people, if you're going to have a child also, that is a giant responsibility, man. You're raising another life into this world. If you are not willing to contribute for that child, yeah, you might take care of the child and feed them. But if you're not the one going out busting your ass to try to support this child, if you need your man to do that, fine. But then when the child start growing up and going to school, why aren't you going to work and help and trying to hold down the household with your husband? It takes two to tango. So why is it that you are not providing what you're supposed to be providing for the child in the household? Why are you not doing this? This is crazy, man. This is crazy. And that father of his, man, what a fucking deadbeat, man. Man, I remember meeting this guy. Fucking asshole, man. I had to put him in his damn place. I still remember this shit. You know? I just looked at this fool and I just walked out with my bike. Because it's just like, you know, arguing with you is pointless, man. It's just pointless, you know. He's just a deadbeat, man. You don't want to put in nothing. You don't put in nothing. But you want to keep acting like a fucking idiot. Well, the clock is ticking, dumbass. And by the time you recognize that the freaking alarm is going off, you're going to be sunken in some shit. That battleship going to sink all the way to the down, fucking all the way down to the sea. To the deepest, darkest depths of the sea. Never to be seen again. And you along with it. Why? Or you're going to have to swim to shore. You might not be able to make it. It's a long way, buddy. It's a long way to come from scratch again and try to build yourself back up. It's a long way. You might just want to go down with that boat. Because with the mentality you got, you're not going to make it to shore. Because not even that, you don't even want to swim. You don't want to put in that work to go back, to build yourself back up. You don't want to put in that work. That's why you let your battleship sink in the first place, you goddamn idiot. I keep telling people, man, understand, just because somebody is your family don't mean they got your best interest in heart. I don't give a fuck if it's your mom. I don't give a fuck if it's your dad or your brother. It don't matter. Look what they're doing to their own son. That is not okay. People have to learn out here. People are who they say people are what they do. Actions speak louder than words. People are what they do. They are not what they say they're gonna do. Because they can always turn and say what they're gonna say and say this and say that. That don't mean shit. Put your money where your mouth is. Alright? You say you're gonna do something, do it. Or don't talk about it at all. Because and nobody's perfect either. Nobody's freaking perfect. I know people make mistakes. Nobody's freaking perfect. I ain't trying to freaking hold a freaking chain to somebody's neck and try to hang them. I ain't trying to do all that. Believe me, I'm not. I know people make mistakes. Sometimes people have a weak heart or a weak soul at the moment. They can't get up and do what they want to do. You know, maybe the world is coming down on them. They feel like everything's attacking them. But if you just stay there and take all those hits and stay to the floor, life will kill you if you let it. All life got to do is give you a good haymaker to the face. And if you stay on the ground and you let it keep on killing you, life will finish you off. I promise you that. And of course, you know, you got people out here that got demonic spirits messing with them and shit like that. And that's why they feel the way they feel, and they can't go to work and they can't do all this and they can't do all that. But just because you got a spirit fucking with you, though, don't mean you can't go do what you got to do. At the end of the day, you got to find what's going to be the cure for you and that demonic spirit that's fucking with you. And if it takes you 20, 30, 40 freaking years to find this freaking cure for this freaking demonic spirit, then god damn it, you a waste of time and energy. You waited that fucking long to try to find some type of exorcism for the fucking demonic spirit that you got fucking with you. You waited that long, then your mind must be completely fried and ate up by now. So it's your fault and the damn demon's fault. You understand that? And with the way this world is, there's so many people out here that got all kind of archons fucking with them and shit. You got all kind of demons bothering them and shit. They got legions of these motherfuckers messing with them. It's crazy. It's fucking insane. And when you deal with this kind of shit for long periods of time, as a young man or as a young woman, dealing with this shit with your parents, dealing with this shit with your friends, you start to learn to not give a fuck no more. And that's where my boy is at. That's where he's at. He just don't give a fuck no more. I hear it in his voice. So I told him, you know what you got to do? You got to leave those people behind. And you see, not all families are meant to last, people. Not all families are meant to last. It may be it may be sad and depressing for y'all, but this is fucking reality. I live in reality. I live in the real world. Okay? See, you have individuals like that other friend of mine. His father's working, the mother's a stay-at-home mom, and she chooses to be for 27, 30, damn near 30 years. The father allows his wife to keep doing this. He don't put her in her place. He don't talk to her about accountability. He don't talk to her about responsibility. He don't talk to her about none of that shit. He allow her to live off of him. And then he want to make excuses why he allow it. That's a simp. That is a weakling fool. That shit is weak. You don't even freaking tell her to go do something. But then you having all kind of rent problems and money problems and all this, and you want your son to help you. What about this bitch that hasn't been doing shit for freaking decades? Just wasting away over there, not doing shit with her damn life. But that you want to come at her son and start asking him for money. Where are you when we need you? That's what he asked his mother. And she just there looking stupid. No brain, no circuits are around to be found. Nothing working up there in her damn head. Just a bunch of fucking excuses to why I shoulda, coulda, woulda. Unfucking believable, man. What about if it's in reverse? The woman's working and you got this deadbeat motherfucker in the house, her boyfriend or her husband, and he ain't doing shit. What kind of man are you, man? What kind of fucking man are you? You gonna just let this woman work night and day and you ain't gonna do shit? But what? You sit there on your fucking ass and do what? What you gonna do? Smoke weed all day? Like a fucking idiot? Man, you know, that's what I'm saying, man. Unbelievable stupid shit like that. What you gonna do? Just let this woman, and then you got some weird women that will work and have the man not do shit in the house, but sit there and do stupid shit. And then when she come home, you know, she knows she the boss. She could tell him what to do, and he gotta listen. Why does it work like that? Why she want to do some shit like that? Because she want to be in control. She want the power. She knows she got the power. Why? She the one paying the bills. And honestly, you can't even be mad at her for doing that. She the one paying the bills. You ain't doing shit, bruh. You ain't doing shit. But sitting there freaking complaining, you're not even looking for nothing. And this is why I'm saying you have people that's like this. You have a roommate. You chilling with this roommate in the house. When it's time for rent to be due, they gotta pay for a freaking stereo, for a computer, something. This nigga don't contribute shit to the dollar, man. Nothing but pennies falling. Not even that you find. And this nigga's not putting in no type of freaking work, bro. What kind of roommate is that? That's a nigga you gotta throw out the fucking house. Give him 3 to 4 months, 5 months, 6 month grace period to find something. He can't do that. That nigga need a jet. He gotta get the fuck out. Throw him out even. You gotta kick his ass, throw him out. Get the cops to pull his ass out. Because you can't have a motherfucker that's like this living off of you and doing what the fuck he's doing. I've seen situations with 3 girls that were living together. I know one of them actually. They live in another state over there. They live in a different state. You know, she was living good or whatever. And then this girl brings this guy into the situation, and then the guy ends up doing some stupid shit, you know, and then something bad happens in the house, and the fight breaks out, and now the motherfucking landlord, whatever the fuck case is, they don't want them living in the house, so now they all got kicked out the fucking home because of the stupid nigga she brought into the house. Accountability. You don't just bring somebody you don't even know into your home just because you think this nigga's cute. You don't even know him. Did you even spend at least 6 months getting to know this guy before you bring him into your house? At least 3 months to at least get to know where his mindset is at before you bring him into your home. Accountability, guys. Accountability. Why is it that so many people don't understand the simple process? Jesus Christ, it's like talking to fucking children. If you do not become responsible and hold shit down when you're supposed to, you're gonna be in some shit later on. Does that make logical sense? If you don't hold down what you're supposed to, and then you got your kid yelling at you and trying to freaking damn near almost fight with you, and he won't even respect you. Why do you think that is? Yeah, you may have fed him and do it all that, but that's not responsibility. That's an obligation. You brought that child into this world. That child has your DNA in him. That's a part of you. So if you're going, hell, when he was inside of you, when you was eating your food, you was feeding him, wasn't you? That's obligation right there. Hell, if he don't eat, you don't eat. If you don't eat, he don't eat. That's obligation. That ain't even responsibility no more. That's obligation. That's obligation. You put a stipulation on yourself. You put a law on yourself. That's obligation. Once you want to have a child, you are obligated to take care of that child. And if you want to neglect your obligation and you want to put that child in foster care, then you neglected your obligation. That's bad, man. That's really fucking bad. But hey, it happens all the time. You know, it happens all the time. When it comes to kids, that's an obligation. That ain't no responsibility. Responsibility is some shit that you put yourself in a situation. Therefore, you have to take responsibility and take care of that shit. Obligation is the shit is literally the shit is literally coming from you. You bore it into this world. What the hell are you talking about? Right? Understand the difference. Right? Right? You want to give that child love? That's your decision. Keep trying to tell people love that usually love is not, oh, I just fell in love and it was all by accident and all this and shit. I didn't see it coming. Usually love is choice. You chose to love this person. Because I damn near assure you, you're not gonna love somebody who fucks your wife, beats the shit out of you, burns your house down, and robs your bank account. I guarantee you ain't gonna love somebody like that. Love is a choice. You're not going to choose to love them, right? Exactly. I need people to start behaving like adults out here. All right, because this is crazy. What I'm seeing out here is freaking crazy. And then people want to start yelling in the household, screaming, throwing shit, fighting. All because no accountability. No accountability. This is how fights break out. This is how all kinds of, bad blood, motherfuckers don't want to get along no more. They don't want to see eye to eye. Nothing. They don't even want to say nothing to each other. They see each other across the street. They give each other the evil eye and just keep walking away. Why? Because either one of you or all of you or some of you didn't want to be what? Accountable for your actions. Now, if the shit was outside of your control, I understand. Maybe you did have a demon fucking with you. I don't know. Maybe you had somebody fucking with you in real time. A friend, a girlfriend, something. And you couldn't do what you had to do. I understand that, but at the end of the day, you're an adult. No one's gonna walk you. Nobody's gonna hold your hand in this shit. You dig? You have to understand, when you're an adult, man, things get rough. When you're a kid, you could do all kind of stupid shit and get away with it, man. But when you're an adult, people gonna look at you hella crazy if you were, you know, for example, a stay-at-home mom, and you ain't doing shit for 20, 30, 40 years. You ain't doing shit, and and then you want to ask your kids for what? Now, if you were sick, or if you were giving birth, you pregnant, or some shit like that, or you ill, you're sick, or you got hurt, I understand that. But if you're fine and you won't go out there to go bust your ass to make some bread, and you want to constantly keep asking people for some shit, you got a fucking mental problem. You have a problem. And that shit, I don't even know what the fuck to say about that shit. That's a serious issue. Alright? And I don't know, man. I don't know. So I'm making this video, accountability for one's actions. And I'm signing off. You guys take care of yourselves. And I'm pretty much done with this video. You guys tell me what you thought about the video. Tell me what you guys think. You know, it's always good to get some feedback. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy, Serious in the Temple. I'm out. And, you know, I'm very upset seeing all this crap going on. I'm very angry about this. Because this type of shit shouldn't be going on. Okay? Alright. Alright. Some adults out here want to act like children, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Alright, guys. I'm out of here. Holla at your boy. I got more videos coming. Best believe that. You know, I know I've been a little slow with stuff, but I got a video here for you guys. I got more interesting stuff coming. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna see you guys later. You guys take care of yourselves. Please let me know. You know, all donations go to what you already know. It says it right there in the description box below. You want to hit me up with emails, you can do that. And I got more videos coming. Best believe that very soon. And yeah. Alright, guys. Take care of yourselves. Alright, guys. I'm out of here. Let me know what's up. Okay. Peace. Bye, guys.